My Italian therapy is the place you want to be. My Italian therapy with Gina Fiore.
Hey, it's the day before surgery and I'm headed up to Rochester, actually Henrietta, and the temperature is hovering between 26 and 27 degrees, and I keep having this flashing thing saying ice possible. It's snowing, but it's not really sticking, but everything's wet. So, I mean, I'm driving 60 miles an hour. I haven't been a speeder, and I stay in the slow lane ever since I lived up in Alaska, and I was driving up to Anchorage from Seward, and these kids flew by me and they ended up hitting a moose about 80 miles an hour. The carcass came through their windshield, hit the windshield, came through the car. They ended up in a tree and they died. That was the last time I think I went over the speed limit. So after that, I guess we're made up of our experiences, aren't we? Hey, I'm at a light. I just wanted to add something that Rochester is right off Lake Ontario and not too far from Buffalo. And if you all know about the snow in Buffalo, so I didn't know what to expect, and I'm grateful. But it's supposed to snow later, so I left earlier because it was like a 2-hour drive, as slow as I drive. So fortunately, I'm almost there, just a few more miles, and at the hotel I'm going to be staying at, which has a shuttle to the hospital. And then I'm leaving everything in my car, and I'm probably going to stay till the weekend or till Saturday, Sunday, since they said I'm not supposed to drive for 10 days. What is that? I'd usually leave in the morning after surgeries and go to Mexico, and when I was in Texas. So I'll stay as long as I can, but Coulter's got appointments next week, so got to be back in town. I am in section D, right at the sign where it says EF, on the corner, right by the exit, the parking garage, which is like the main floor. Oh, it's my big Caesar salad, my last meal before my surgery in the morning. Gina out. Hey, it's the night before my surgery. I'm all showered and cleaned up and hair washed and shaved and clean. It's weird because I don't have anything on my fingernails or toes, no nail polish, nothing for tomorrow. I have to leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning on the shuttle to be at the hospital at 6:30. So that's where I need to be checking in for 2 hours. Probably my surgery is probably at 8:30. So I wanted to thank everybody for all the wonderful messages and the well wishes and the phone calls and all the encouragement. So I'll see you guys at the hospital in the morning. Good night. I'm going to bed. See you on the flip side.
We just have to find it.
So I was sleeping soundly, and the smoke alarm in the hotel went off. So we're all standing downstairs in the snow outside, waiting to find out what is going on. It's a little bit inconvenient to have a fire alarm going off at your hotel. I was sleeping soundly. We're all outside waiting to find out what's going on. There's people in the inside of the hotel, outside of the hotel. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to Rochester, New York, where it snows. Isn't that lovely? First snowstorm, right when I'm coming for surgery. So hopefully the driver is used to icy, snowy roads. It's all going to be just fine. I got this. Right, guys? Is that what y'all say? You got this. Uh-huh. Surgery like around 8:30 this morning. Headed out in about 30 minutes to the hospital. It's 5:15. Okay, well, we got the needle in, a little tiny needle, because we couldn't really find a vein. With the ultrasound, they're going to put it in later when I have surgery. So I am here. This lovely room. Not room, but it's where I am. The worst part is over because I've got my IV in, which actually they have to do in a different place, but they just couldn't get it to go in, so they'll do it at surgery. So I'm all prepped, I'm ready, I'm waiting for the anesthesiologist and the OR nurse, and then my surgery will be at 8:45. So I'm ready, relaxed, and look forward to waking up around 10 o'clock-ish and being in recovery and going to my room and staying for a day or two. So see you when I see you. Ciao. Well, good morning. It's 2 a.m. You know, they wake you up every 2 hours. So you might as well pee, get pain meds, or whatever. But anyway, I'm still in a lot of pain. See, my face is kind of swollen. Yeah, I just want to check in. Yesterday was rough, really rough. Lots of pain, lots of medication. I was out of it all day, so I'm hoping tomorrow will be better. But I'm still hanging in there, doing my little blowy, sucky thing for my lungs. And boy, I'm definitely going to be in here 2 days. So just wanted to check in. Ciao. So this morning I get up and I see that my suitcase is sitting on the chair. I've been asking the nurse if my suitcase is ever going to show up. It's the next day after surgery because I wanted my toothbrush to be able to brush my teeth. And he gave me a little bottle of mouthwash yesterday, and he made me spit it into the Jello cup where I had spit up blood. And then when I got up this morning, look what I found. There's a little dish with mouthwash. There's a toothbrush, toothpaste, and a little bag with stuff in it. He didn't give me nothing. And then the chair was set up, slammed against the wall, so I couldn't use it. My bed is all askew, and I asked him if he would please fix it so I can get back in there. He hasn't come back. It's been a really, really bad experience. I'm out of water. It's just terrible. So anyway, 11 surgeries, and this is like the worst situation I've ever been in, so I wouldn't recommend it. It's so funny. Yeah. All these drugs. Call it my little drug cup. It'll be the last time that I'm going to take this many pills. She just woke me up from my drugged up stupor from the last stuff. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. Had a capture. Well, I had to come down to the cafeteria to get some food because I couldn't eat the food anymore this morning. They bring you these powdered eggs and cold coffee and potatoes that I don't know, they're cold. I don't even know what they're made out of. So I came out to the cafeteria. I'm on floor 7 and I walked down the steps to floor 1 and I'm ready to go home. Well, not home, going to a hotel till Sunday, but at least I have my Miralax in there, fresh fruit in there. It's kind of fresh fruit. And then a decaf coffee. So I don't know. I got to go to Wegmans and get some food today and then go to the hotel. I'll manage. It's time for me to get out of here. This is Gina with my Italian therapy, if you don't know that. PSA, public service announcement from the Strong Hospital in Rochester. The food. Really bad. Like on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say it was about a 2. So today, day 3, which I'm getting out of here. Thank God I'm doing everything I can. I even walked the stairs. I went down to the cafe because I thought I would go find something because I wouldn't eat the food that they brought me. You know, it was awful. Powdered eggs and icky potatoes and cold coffee when I ordered tea. Actually, I didn't get a chance to order what I wanted for breakfast. So I go down there. The berries were moldy. I was so excited they had fresh berries. So I gave them back. Ugh, get me out of here. PSA, public service announcement. Our medical system sucks. I'm next door to a wonderful gal named Angie, and she broke her leg in 10 places roller skating. As I listen to the people that come and try and help her, telling her that all the things that she needs to do, but don't give her any solutions. She's got to leave, and she lives in a 2-story house. They're not offering her to do any kind of extended care. They can't pay for a bed. She's going to be, I don't know, what happens when you break your leg in 10 places. So our health system sucks. Get me out of here. And pray for Angie because she's going to need all the strength that she can have. So anyway, this is not good. It's me. Hey, I am waiting hours to be discharged. The weather's starting to change. As you can see, it's starting to rain, but it's cold. And I need to get myself to Wegmans and the hotel. Before I do that, I need to go to the pharmacy downstairs, and I need to get a voucher for parking since I parked my car here Monday. Anyway, this is taking forever, ever. And I'm the person who does everything they say after surgery, right? So by the time I'm ready to be released, I'm like ready to get out of here. Anyway, I have still stuff in my lungs, and I have to use my breathing exercises, and hopefully I'll get out of here soon. Get on the road. I'm going to a hotel. I'm staying in town till Sunday. So I lived.
Oh, I do not want to be in this.
Okay, here I am in a wheelchair. I'm being wheeled. Anybody that knows me cracks me up. Okay, so anyway, we're headed. Nobody wants to be in the video, of course not. So we're headed to go get, what do we get? Pharmacy and a voucher for all the time that my car has been parked in the parking since Monday. So I lived. And these guys are awesome, even though we don't see their face. If that worked, that was the easiest thing ever.
I don't think it did. Wait, scan this one first.
We have my parking ticket, and I get a parking pass because I was in the hospital. The girls are trying to figure this out.
And then you're going to scan that. Oh, okay, it works. I think it
works.
It works. So
Yay! See, it seems I just had lung surgery 2 days ago, and I'm in Wegmans because I'm going to a hotel a couple days. I need to get some decent food, like some juices, some veggies. The food there was awful, so I am just trying to eat something, do something better than I have been doing for the last 3 days because it was the worst food I've ever had in my life. So a couple green juices, some carrot juice. Let's get some I have bananas in the car. Get some apples. I have water in the car. So what I probably need to do is here I am after surgery, 2 days after surgery. I drove out of the parking lot. The gals helped me bring my stuff to the car. Drove to Wegmans. I have a nice room. I'm at the Marriott till Sunday. I might just stay an extra day. This is a nice room. Second floor. The only thing is there's like 40 kids who are here for soccer. How lucky am I? Anyway, I have to organize my stuff. I have a little fridge. I brought a bunch of food. I just went to Wegmans for the second time. And I have a balcony. A happy hour tower, as my friends from Wandering with Wine would say, but I can't open the door right now. Anyway, looks good to me. So I got a little couch here. I can watch TV. I got a big queen king bed. Oh, okay. I got 3-4 days to chill. I'm good. Well, good evening. It's me with my little doohickeys I have to do. So I'm going to show you what I have to do 10 times an hour. So this one here, I have to blow the air out. And this one, I have to suck the air in. So I'm working on my lung that they removed a portion of that had a tumor in it. So a few days ago, I had part of my lung taken out, and here I am hanging at the Marriott. It's just a day in the life. Good night to you. Till tomorrow. Good morning. It's about 5 a.m. and I'm here at the Marriott. It's the morning after I checked out of the hospital for my lung surgery. So let's see, I had lung surgery Tuesday. I stayed in the hospital Tuesday night. I stayed in the hospital all day Wednesday and Wednesday night, and I checked out or was released yesterday, Thursday. Basically, when I woke up Thursday morning, I felt like my brain was just, I don't know, just not feeling good. And I had a horrible aftertaste in my mouth, and I felt horrible. I had a headache. Well, I woke up this morning because at night I took everything they said. It's the gabapentin, which basically is a nerve medication, and it's supposed to help the pain in the rib where the tube and the surgery went through. But it doesn't seem to really be doing that. And then I've had many surgeries where I didn't take this gabapentin. It made me feel like my brain had pink worms in it. And I rubbed in my hair for like an hour, like pulling my hair follicles for like an hour to make that feeling stop. And then my mouth felt like it was coated with medicine. I just, ugh. So anyway, I'm going to eliminate that, and I'm not going to take the stool softener, which I can't remember the name. I'm not going to take that anymore because I've taken the one, that stuff that you pour into your water. I've done that, and it's worked really well at other surgeries. So I need to eliminate whatever's making my mouth feel yucky and whatever's making my brain hurt, giving me a headache, and I think it's that gabapentin. So I didn't take the oxy prescription anyway, so I didn't take that last night, but I did take that the night before. That was the night before we did the little picture of the medicine cup, the drug cup. There were too many pills. So now today I'm down to just taking the ibuprofen and the Tylenol, and I will say how much I'm taking, and I will show you the gabapentin when I eliminate the medication. So those are the only two things I'm going to be taking. And I'll tell you what, when I was in the hospital, I was taking loads of meds. I mean, just too much meds. So I need to get off these meds as soon as possible and to be able to keep the pain down so I can do my exercises for my rib and let it heal, which is absolute. But that doesn't mean I have to feel like a groggy mess. So we're progressing. Have a nice day. Here in the lobby of the Marriott, order breakfast, have coffee. Gathering gabapentin stories sounds horrible. So I'm not the only one. Gabapentin was the problem I had at the hospital. So we've eliminated that, and we will move on and get detox from all these drugs. And nice hotel, by the way. Well, good afternoon. It's Gina with My Italian Therapy. Well, I promised that I would give you the scoop on the meds, okay? So here's the deal. Here are the meds that they had me on. They had me on acetaminophen, gabapentin, ibuprofen, lidocaine patches, which didn't do anything, so they gave me a whole bunch of them, but oxycodone, I don't know what this oh yeah, that's this, the powder, the stool softener powder, and then the Senna, which is the stool softener, and the polyethylene glycol powder is the stuff you put in your water, kind of like, you know, it helps you go to the bathroom. Because when when you go for surgery and you have anesthesia, and then you have pain meds, it binds everything. So then the most important thing is to go to the bathroom afterwards, which I drank so much water that they're like, oh my gosh, you pee so much. I was like, yeah, because I'm trying to flush all this stuff out of my kidneys. So what I'm down to now, I eliminated the Senna, which is a stool softener, which is not necessary, because if you're doing like Miralax or something like that, you know, when you start going to the bathroom, you don't need it. Gabapentin, 100 milligram capsule. Horrible stuff. That's the thing that caused me the most grief. Swelling in the face, headaches. It felt like worms were in my brain. Headaches, and just nausea. I was just horrified. Yesterday morning, when I woke up in the hospital, I didn't know if I was coming or going. I had such a medicine hangover. My mouth was all coated with medicine taste and like chalky, whatever. And I say pink worms in my brain, but I don't know. I just gave them a color. It's like, anyway, it was horrible. So this morning when I woke up, I knew it was the nerve medicine. So I eliminated that. So basically all I'm taking now is 2 acetaminophen tablets every 8 hours. And I'm taking the ibuprofen, I think, every 4 to 6 hours, every 6 hours. And that is 1 tablet. That's it. I didn't take the Oxy prescription, but I just talked to my doctor's office. They called to check on me, my surgeon's office. And, you know, if I can't seem to manage the pain, which I am, you know, except when I'm carrying things up steps from my car, which you're not supposed to be doing. But if I lightly carry things up in one hand, I always think it's okay. So I'm not supposed to be driving. I'm not supposed to be lifting. You know, I'm just dizzy just talking about stuff. And I have to do my breathing, which basically breathing expands the lungs, and the inhaling with the vibrating thing gets rid of the stuff in your lungs. So the inhaling, the exhaling. When you're not walking around, I prefer to walk around, and then I'm not spitting up blood anymore. So that's good. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you, because a lot of people don't realize you don't have to take everything they give you. I was offered a nerve block, and I had a nerve block when I broke my wrist. It was the worst thing I could have done. I felt like my arm was dead. I felt like it was someone else's arm, and I had excruciating, horrible inflammation, which actually caused another tumor. So not only did I have to have another wrist surgery because the surgeon put the pins too far in my wrist, I had a wonderful surgery at UAMS with the surgeon, with a wrist surgeon, to remove those pins, who went to school with that surgeon in Fayetteville. But anyway, and then there is construction going on behind me. But I had a nerve block, and the second time I had the wrist surgery, I didn't do a nerve block. You don't have to have a nerve block. That just causes more problems. Personally, that's my own personal opinion. In all honesty, you can decide what it is you want to do. Now, I have a lymph node under my armpit that I will not do a biopsy on. I don't know what it is. It's very small. It's next to a blood vessel. It's entangled in other lymph nodes, and I'm leaving that alone for now. Thank God, because I couldn't have dealt with a surgery here and this surgery at this time. I'm glad that I didn't do it. The surgeon wanted to go into my lung while it was deflated and pick and choose some lymph nodes, and I didn't have him do that either. I said, just take out the tumor, take out the minimum amount that you can do to get your margins, and have the pathologist do his thing on that piece of lung at that time. Because I've been doing this since 1997, and I've had problems with biopsies, I've had problems with medication, I've had, challenges with nerve blocks, and so I just lymph nodes, everything that's cut out can cause potential problems. Anything that's cut out has to heal. Anything that is cut out has to, heal, and then there's scar tissue perhaps, which can cause problems. And so sometimes less is more, but you guys need to know that you can say that. I'm talking about what I choose to do. This is not something that happened overnight. This is something that happened since 1997. And as I, went through this process over the years, I just determined what it is I can and cannot tolerate, and what I'm willing to risk. And you have to weigh the risk to the benefits. So I think tomorrow morning when I wake up after taking that gabapentin, everybody that's seen my post, they had a horror story about that nerve medication. And I never had to have nerve medication. You're sore. You just take Tylenol. You just take acetaminophen. You don't need major drugs because you need to move. You need to be active. Not to overdo it, but to be able to get rid of all of that. The drugs that they're giving you, you've got to move it out of your body. So in order to heal, less is more. I mean, if you're in excruciating pain and you had a major surgery, but I've had those, and it's still, I don't want to take a whole bunch of meds. But that's just me. I'm just telling you my story. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, it's Saturday, 4 days after surgery, and we're taking off the bandage like they told me. So that is my incision and where the tube came out, which it fascinates me that when they pulled the tube out and pulled the stitch, that all the air didn't come out of my lung. Anyway, there we are, day 4. That's my incision. It's Saturday. Let's see how many days after surgery. Surgery was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 4 days after surgery. I'm here at the hotel. I am going to leave tomorrow. There's a nice thunderstorm happening. I'm resting and working on my surgery YouTube episode and resting. I'm going to go home tomorrow because Monday it's going to snow. So much for that extra day, but that's okay. I'm ready. I'll be ready tomorrow. Rochester, New York, signing off. Good morning. I had to escape. I'm here at the coffee shop having a egg and bacon and cheese bagel, something. And I'm making a cappuccino with a little extra foam. I love it here. It's my treat. I needed to escape the apartment and go for a walk. Walking up and downtown. Have a nice day. Hello, I'm going to give you a little 360. So anyway, that's the bridge that goes across the river, and there's all these little cute little lights. And then there's a little fountain and square over there beyond those trees. And then I just came from downtown, which just goes on for like 15 blocks. It's very big. And it's a charming little square here. So we have lots of squares. And that is a strange train sounding alarm that goes off for Corning glass. It must be noon. No, is it noon? I don't know. I don't know how often it goes off. Anyway, it's so beautiful. I'm just walking towards the river bridge, one of the river bridges. This is the only pedestrian-only river bridge. The rest are, for going across the river for cars, but then there's a little walkway along the side. But there's a little square with a fountain that is now closed up for the winter, and there's a little pergola there with wisteria on it. And the trees are beautiful. And here's our lovely pedestrian-only walkway over the river in Corning, New York, right next to one of the prettiest buildings in town. The architecture is just lovely. I've never looked up who designed the building, but between the black glass and the roof, it looks Japanese-like. It's just so gorgeous. And it's right here on the river, and there's a pathway all inside that wall raised up. And then one of the other Corning Glass, I think, employs 2,000 people here in Corning, and that is a museum building right there in the middle of the screen. It's a beautiful chilly day, but I wanted to get out and get some air in my lungs. Well, I'm walking around this morning trying to exercise my lung, and I'm walking over the pedestrian-only bridge and then walking back towards town. And it doesn't matter what time of year it is, New York is just beautiful. And this little town of Corning that Coulter and I moved to is just charming. Winter time, the leaves are mostly off the trees, and it's pretty cold today. I think it's in the 40s, but I'm dressed appropriately. I needed to get out and get some downtown air. So I'm just enjoying this lovely scene. Thought I'd share it with you.
With Gina Fury, with Gina Fury. My Italian therapy is the place you want to be. My Italian therapy with Gina Fiore. My Italian therapy is the place you want to be. My Italian therapy with Gina Fiore. With Gina Fiore.